Okay, guys, good morning to all of you once again. This is KEL, and we're going to do the 18th of June, this a market talk, all right? Today, doing my PowerPoint slide with me. Something happened just now, so just go straight to the point, but disclaimer apply as usual. Please do that, yeah? Okay, so let's just now look into the market to do the general market view first, okay? All right, just give me a while, get it done over here. Okay, so first of all, yesterday the US bond market recovered pretty strongly. Not too sure what happened because let me just see on the news over here. Well, basically, the Israel strikes on Iran boosts safe haven ETF demand apparently. A bit funny though. Okay, right. So I think more like just buying on the SIG side itself. Like, I don't think this is done by the retail by the boys because you look at the volume, right? The volume is actually lower, no? The volume here itself is about, I mean, you said the volume of 36.5 million. This one is only 30, is about the same, 34.52 million. So although it went up, but the volume is very low. So I don't think this one is done by the boys. So it's more like, just find an excuse to use this thing to do that. It's like want to cover up, in my opinion. But again, we let's see how it goes, okay? So we all know that what's happening right now is that the Iran and Israel thing. Now, I keep on saying that why am I advocating that I believe that there is going to be a bigger problem itself because the Iranian, they do have the capacity to actually create nuclear bomb, and we just need one will be enough. That's why the Israelis are not very keen to have it there. And it's very clear that it's US is involved because it's very clear what Donald Trump tell people that we are now in talks with the Air Force of Israel, and next moment itself, Israel come out and says that we already have aerial superiority. So it's very clear that US is actually involved in this whole thing. And Donald Trump, I told you right, was having his meeting in G7. He flew back immediately, cut short the meeting. So obviously, it's very clear he's involved. So it's very different from the previous time whereby when they are fighting over there, and the US just say, okay, we let you all go and fight. But now it's like quite involved in this whole picture, yeah. So I think that this fight will not end so quickly. Okay, so just take note of that. That's my personal view. Yeah. Okay, let's look at this. So you can see that Trump weighs potential U.S. military strike on Iran. All right. So basically, demand unconditional surrender. Okay, so Donald Trump, by saying this, is very clear he's going to be involved in this. And he also warned the Iran leader, I really cannot pronounce his name, but that he's an easy target. Our patient is very thin. Okay, so apparently, so they're trying to take this guy out. But I can tell you that if they take this guy out, oh my goodness, you're going to create a big mayhem to the market itself. So I really don't think. All right, so y'all can watch. I mean, you can look on the news and study more. But my point is that this is not going to end so soon. Now, of course, if let's say the this war didn't happen and then there's no tariff, I can tell you that Federal Reserve would have basically cut the interest rates easily. Because now there's a problem here. So let me explain to you in about here. Let me jump to this point here. Yeah. So the thing is this. Uh, we all know that the current situation in economic data is that now we have the sales going down, production going down, all this thing, which is a bit crazy because this thing when it go down means the economy is not doing well. But the market is reading it that because now it toned down, so inflation will tone down. That's why there's a good chance that the Federal Reserve can cut interest rate. So it's a bit unique way of thinking, yeah? But the thing is this. Tonight is a Federal Reserve meeting, and we are all looking at this thing called the dot plot. Yeah, the dot plot is where the committee members all will do their voting to see what they expect in the next few months in regards of the interest rates. Okay, so all these are learned people, so they are supposed to do their plotting according to what they know. Then they figure it out and then give the dot plot to the market to take a look. So of course, we all know that the dot plot last time shows that there will be no interest rate cut until this June, but because of the tariff, they push it to July, and now seemingly to September period. So now the market feels that we are now at a good time to consider to cut rate by this July period. So let me just bring to you now the numbers here. Let me give you a short one, which is the OMC, yeah, one Fed target probability, CME Fed watch. Okay, so tonight is the meeting. You will see it showing over here once my thing there. Yeah, but in 15 hours time, yeah, that's been tonight. Yeah. Okay, so let's see what happened now. In for 18th of June, it's near 100% that there will be no interest rate cut, okay, up to 100%. So don't need to see, it's quite clear already. Okay, so now the next thing is the 30th of July, which is about a month later. There seemed to be 14.5% that there will be a cut by then. Okay, so this one will be interesting to watch tonight. If they are saying that there could be one, then this one will shoot up. But I don't think so. I stick to my guns. I believe that September, then a rate cut. Yeah, September. All right, but of course, if anything happened in July because of any calamity or some crazy disasters, then maybe this will change. Okay, so watch out for that itself. Yeah. Okay, so let's go back to that particular part there. Okay, the next thing is that you must understand that okay, um Thursday is a holiday, Thursday. So 2 days, I mean, in short itself, right? Thursday is the holiday for Juneteenth holiday. That means that tonight, after finish, tomorrow, the US market will be closed. So take note of that now for traders, okay? So I think there could be some profit taking ahead of that. That's how I see it. So do take note because if Thursday is a holiday, most likely Friday, the market will also tone down unless there's a situation happening for the US market itself. Okay, so Donald Trump is very, very clear he won this unconditional surrender, but I don't think it will happen. Yeah. Okay. All right. So you can see that the yields basically slip after the retail sales tumble. So this is why it is. The thing is that the retail yield, the yield goes down. I can show you the yield. Give me or yield, yeah. So you can see the yield. The yield fell yesterday, so the bond price went up. So because apparently now they are saying that there could be a potential problem because the sales tumbled so badly in May, raising interest rates, recession fear. So you see, one part itself they wanting to come down, one part they are fearing recession. So US is actually in a very checkmate position that you ask me. Okay, and of course, gold outshine treasuries. That's for sure. And then we have craziness in stocks like this Nasdaq traded Chinese herb stock, no revenues, but up by 58,000%. Oh my goodness, crazy, right? No money, yet they can make money. So that's called capitalism. And when you see things like this, right, you know that the market is already down there, going crazy already. Yeah. Okay. So all these things basically tells me that I need to be more careful for this week itself. Okay. So that is the part one of the sharing. So let's now see the market. Okay. So gold price is coming down. And that's how this morning we shorted gold, right? Congratulations to all the people who shorted gold. So again, I was asked the same question again. Not too sure why is it asked again. KEL, how come your indicator KSI is green when the market is coming down? Yeah, how many times must I tell you already, guys? The price can come down, but the boys can be buying. So, but then you trade together with the opening price. If the market stay below OP, no matter what you do, just sell. That's all. But because the KSI is green, right? You just take profit along the way, lor. It's as simple as that. So we've been repeating this like a broken recorder, but people still ask the same question again and again because what they want to see is this. Let me show you now. What people want to see is something like this. Okay, let me find you a simple oscillator like maybe stochastic. Okay. All right. And I'll show you how it works. So what people want to see is this, whereby the price comes down, right? And then the oscillator show downwards. Then they get excited. Oh yeah, that means I'm the right track. Now, guys, if this has been workable or doable, then you won't be using my indicator because we all know that it doesn't really work that way. So you understand my point itself? So for me as a trader, I will see that over here when the price is coming down, if my KSI is green, I know that I can buy soon. By all, I short the market, I must buy back fast. Then after that, I can basically pick the bottom, right? Because by the time this one turn up itself, right, you have to think maybe it turn up, maybe it go down. But for me, it's very stick fast. I know it'll go up. And this is the elephant trade, right? So if the thing look at this elephant trade, that's why the price goes back up. So there's a difference here as well. Of course, you say, Kel, can I put this and this together? Then of course I have best of the both worlds. Now I tell you this, for example, you will have a very confused positioning. It's like I'm selling, but I'm buying. That's why we do not want you to use this oscillator. This oscillator is as simple. The market goes down, the thing will go down. The market goes up, it will go up. So to me, why do you need additional another indicator to tell you that is what you can see visually on your in your face, correct? So that is how I see it. But again, if you want me an indicator that basically is in line with the market, then you can put in something like MACD just to feel better. Okay, so that's why I want to talk about this. To me now, right, this is a great opportunity to tell myself that the next few days I would love the market to go down lower because the boys are buying on gold. So later on, right, we will have another great situation to make money again. You notice that every time when the gold come down, right, every time when gold come down, people will always not make money when gold come down because they will scared you will go lower. Then we will buy and we make money. Then after that, when the market at a very high, you see people jumping to buy gold at high. Then it's same thing, just repeat. Okay, hope you understand this, guys. If you understand this, press number 1 right now. That means that you understand where am I coming from. Okay, very fast. I can see that you guys are faster than me. Okay, so to me, it's another great opportunity. And the best thing to happen is that if gold can come down a bit more, and then got KCX blinking at the bottom, or a wholesaler, that will be the best thing to happen. Right? Remember back then itself, right, when we wanted to buy, and then there was no KCX, then the market go, ooh, wow, rocket up 2 days, up by almost $150. That was fantastic. So that's why I believe that will happen. Then of course you'll ask this question, KL, how come there's a fight in between Iran and Israel? How come the gold come down late? That's why I tell you guys, they press the price of gold to buy themselves. If they will just push it up by because of Iran and Israel fight itself, then there's no need. So to me, by pressing the price down is even better for now. Okay, let's see whether I say it's correct in a few more days. Yeah. Okay. So that is for gold. Let's look at the Dow Jones. Now, Dow Jones is also showing the same thing, whereby the price of Dow is coming down and the KSI is green. So you ask this question, is this an elephant trade? Of course, it's an elephant trade. So if the Dow Jones do break up, I also call for buy on the Dow Jones, but now it's still coming down. I just stick down. Now, the only thing is different is that, take a look, guys, this one got a problem. Both MA30 and MA200 was triggered yesterday, meaning the market close below the market closed below the 2 MA. Now this is actually pretty negative. So now I want to tell you something very important. If that if later the Dow Jones go up and purposely touch the MA, hopefully it can cross up and stay up. Then it's good. But if it touch the MA and pull back only, right? Okay, then I tell you, then the market will really sell already. So now it's pushing up, right? The nearest MA is 42,344. That is the MA 200. Okay. So if the market later on go up, it may go to 42,344 touch. And when it touch only, if it goes higher, good, it's a buy. Now it's a buy, of course, overall it's a buy already. But if you want to I want to feel very, 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 very sure, then you want to buy, then okay. Or the thing is this, if you hit 42,344, touch only, and then pull back, I think you can short there and put a stop loss near the MA. Understand my point? So which means that the MA line is here, right? The market now is here, right? So market touch and pull back. Here I will sell. Then here I'll put my stop loss. All clear? If all clear, press number 2 right now, if you understand what I just said. Okay, that means that if it happens, so of course it's KL, but it's another MA on top. There's another MA at 42,397. That's the MA30. So which one is better? Of course, the higher the better but the feels that if the market can go there. Okay, so all really dependent on how it trades itself. So later on, when the market hit the MA, right, let's us all come together and then we all talk about it. Okay, so later the MA hit, everybody go to the community in Telegram, then we talk about this and see whether what works from there. Yeah. Okay. Now, the next market I'll talk to you was crude oil, right? I told you crude oil will go up, right? See, yesterday crude oil open only chong all the way, open only, boom, all the way up, right? From $71.20 all the way to $75 yesterday itself. So those who traded crude oil, congratulations. So again, you understand my point. Yesterday, right, if you look at you put common indicator like this, that's how I show you, you put the oscillator like MACD or stochastic, right? Let me show the difference here, yeah? You see, if I put the stochastic yesterday, okay, you will see that the stochastic point downwards, right, as of yesterday. So if that's the case, what will you do? You will sell, right? But you see, I will buy instead. Why? Because it's above OP, KSI is green. So you must understand the difference. Then down, you tell me, Look at the stochastic right now. You see that it's now like it is so small. What does it mean? Up or down? You also don't know, right? But for me, I won't long. Why? Because it's below OP. Simple as that. It's below OP, I won't long. I just wait for my turn. Got it? And for us as well, you can see when the market was buying up itself over here, you can see it went sideways, it was turning down. So you see what we are collecting. So that is the difference. So of course, about KEL, if you can put this together and then wow, then jackpot, right? Can. But to me, this and this got no different. So why you want to have another indicator over there? But the choice is yours, okay? So crude oil, how high will it go? I still stick to my guns. If you ask me crude oil, right, how high it will go, right? I think it's still gonna go to the next KCB. The next KCB itself, it's a very strong KCB over here that rejected, which is at $77.42. Let me confirm this. 7742. Yeah, correct. So 77.42 will be the target. So we saw it stopping the market once, we saw it stopping the market twice. So the market, if it goes up later on, should be going up again to retest this $77.42. So wait out for the day whereby the market goes above OP to buy, or if you want to buy to collect from the bottom, look for KTR -1, -2, -3, then you firm below, you think you're happy with that, you just buy some, and then let the next day, if the market can trade above OP, then you just add position and you run it up all the way to 77.42. Okay, so now how many of you will be trading this 77.42? If you really want to trade to this number, key the word 7742, this 40 number today. Today got 40. Okay, 7742 means you want to stick with me and we want to buy all the way up to 7742. Okay, all right. Okay, Chris, I think you'll buy. Yeah, you make good money recently on gold market. A lot of people asking me how come you can hold so long as well. I said that because you want to hold, also difficult. Sometimes people ask a funny question. All right, because you want to hold, because you believe in the gold or go higher. It's good for you, yeah? Okay, so today I give you a 7742. So only Susan, myself, and Christopher. The rest all don't buy gold. Don't buy crude oil. Really, why don't buy? Okay, next market before we change to the DAX market. Now, this is the dollar yen. I already told you that dollar yen will likely be going down, right? And it did came down that time. But now I have to change my tune because my KSI has turned green color. The price is staying up, so I have to find to buy. So of course, I told you, right, I am confident that the dollar will come down. But because now everybody thinks that the Federal Reserve, the war itself have pushed up and elevate. So I told you before, right, yesterday, that the dollar is in demand not because of safe haven. Come on, if it's safe haven, they should buy the bond market, why buy the dollar? So the only reason because of fight in war, they need to buy a lot of weaponry from US. So that's why the dollar becomes strong. But once the war is over, all right, I can tell you the dollar will come back down again. So take note of that, yeah? So two things in mind. First, there's the war, if it happens, then you have inflation, you have crude oil, gold prices going up. Then after that, when the war is technically over, the dollar will pull back again. So take note of that. So for those trade Canadian, trade euro and pound, remember that when the war is over, the reality will come in again. So that's why you can see at the moment right now, the euro should be coming off, right? Because of the dollar strengthening. So see, euro coming off, right? But as euro is coming down, you can see that the KSI is green, they're still holding it. So again, there will be a very high chance that this will happen in the near term. Okay, all clear? All right, if all clear is out, that will be all for this morning session. We'll take a short break, we'll do the revision. And today we talked about the DAX again. Because yesterday I saw someone trading DAX, right? So I told you I will come in to revise DAX with you once again. Okay, thank you very much. I'll see you in a short while time. Let me stop my recording.